Is the content agency space saturated? Let me take you back for a second. When I started my agency, I was 17, no connections, no niche, just this idea that I could help people grow on social media through video and make money doing it. People kept saying it was too late. At the time, there were so many editors, so many agencies, and overall, just too much competition. But even with all the noise, I saw what nobody else did. And after 2 years, I was able to work with over 100 clients, and my content agencies made like over $1.5 million or 1.6. Now, whenever someone tells me the content agency space is saturated, I just tell them this. Every single day, there's 720,000 hours of content that gets uploaded to YouTube alone, not counting Instagram, not counting any other video platform. Just think about how insane that number is. Now ask yourself, who's editing all of that? Who's scripting it, making the thumbnails, checking for spelling mistakes and doing all the quality checks, doing titles, handling the uploads? The answer is content agencies and teams. Now let's start there. If you look at the content that actually performs, not the random podcast clips that get like 90 views, I'm talking about the clips that get seen, shared, and drive actual revenue. They're never made by just one guy. You're not going to find some 7-figure or 8-figure business owner sitting in his room, editing his own videos and coming up with ideas and writing the scripts every single night. The guys you want to work with, the ones doing numbers, they all have a team behind them. Alex Hormozy spends like $70K a month on his own content, and he used to work with an agency before transitioning in-house. And I'm pretty sure now he actually transitioned back to working in-house because the agency was apparently getting better results. Not sure if that's true, but I digress. At this day and age, content isn't a nice to have, it's a requirement. And in order to do content at scale, you need to build a team behind you. You need long form editors, short form editors, thumbnail designers, content strategists, script writers, upload scheduling, quality control, project management, and all of that has to happen on a strict schedule consistently if you want to actually grow on YouTube and make it drive sales. Even Ayman, he's been doing this for a decade. He still has a full team. Why? Because that's how you stay relevant. You need a system. Businesses are tired of doing everything themselves or hiring and managing multiple mediocre freelancers. They're looking for a one-stop shop for all of their content needs. Nobody wants to go to McDonald's for fries and then go to Burger King for a burger. You'd much rather just order fries and a burger from one place. You see what I mean? Every business needs two things to survive: sales and marketing. Without sales, you die. Without leads, you die, because money is the lifeblood to your business. And in 2025 and beyond, marketing is video. No one's reading magazines, no one's checking the mail, people are barely checking their emails. Everything is content now. Everything is video. YouTube, TikTok, Reels, Shorts. If you're not putting out content, you're invisible. To make the most amount of money possible, you need to occupy the most mental bandwidth within people's brains. One person who does this super well is Grant Cardone. He really focuses on frequency. Not only with his content, but specifically with his ads. He knows that people need to see his ads multiple times before converting. Overall, you need to post content or else your competitors will, and they'll steal your traffic. So this idea that the content agency space is saturated, it's BS. The demand is bigger than ever and growing. I want you to picture the average coach or software founder or just online business owner in general. They know they need content. They want to grow, but they're stuck. Because when they try to do it themselves, the entire process becomes a headache. They start thinking, what do I say? I need to come up with the hook. Now I need to script this. Oh, now do I need a thumbnail? What about the editing? I don't have time for this. Once they're confused or hit a roadblock, they delay, they skip a week, and then they stop entirely. And now they're inconsistent. And when they're inconsistent, their content stops performing and their sales drop with it. The dream scenario for them is simple. Wake up, open a Google Doc, see a video idea that's already written out and tailored to their offer, hit record, upload the raw footage into a Google Drive folder, walk away, and that's it. They don't want to think about editing, color grading, thumbnails, SEO, scheduling, ideas, scripts, none of it. They want to hit record and then magically have a finished video show up online every week that brings in views, but more importantly, sales. That's what we build. That's what a good content agency provides. Now, let me give you an example. One of my clients runs a coaching program that does about $150, $200K a month. He used to try and do his content solo. He had a part-time editor, made his own thumbnails, and he would stress over scripts and try to manage it all himself. He was posting maybe like twice a month, sometimes less. And when we came in, we took over everything. We created 4 long-form videos a month. We handled the scripting, editing, thumbnail, SEO, everything. He just recorded and dropped the files in. Now he's doing consistent content, he's getting sales directly from YouTube, his call bookings increase, and he's spending zero time thinking about it. He spends like 2 hours per month on his content and then shuts off the camera. That's the kind of outcome a proper content agency delivers. Let's talk competition now. Yes, there's a lot of people offering video services, content services, but from what I've seen and what my clients tell me is that most of them suck. They overpromise and underdeliver. They don't understand YouTube strategy. They miss deadlines, they deliver mid edits, or they can't think like actual marketers and tie everything together. They're just button pushers. So the market isn't saturated. It's just filled with noise. And in a noisy market, being actually good makes you stand out instantly. So, in other words, basically it's saturated with people who are terrible at what they do. So, let me bring it all together. Next time you open your phone and you see a clip go viral or someone blowing up with a new course or a personal brand or software, remember, they're not doing it alone. They have a team behind them. And if you can be the one providing that team, managing that system, and delivering content that works, you're not just another agency. You're solving one of the most painful problems every business faces. How do I stay consistent with content that actually gets results without killing my time? So, is the content agency space saturated? Nope. It's saturated with people who don't know what they're doing. The real ones, the ones who understand content, strategy, team structure, client delivery, we're doing good. There's more demand than ever. And if you want to be one of the ones who actually wins and actually builds something that gives you freedom, you can either join the free group below or apply to work with me one-on-one. I'll see you guys in the next video.